Hey, it's Moreau, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit more happy and shiny than I have been doing recently. I've been on a bit of a horror kick on my Instagram, which I've made a new Instagram for my makeup, by the way, because I felt like posting it on my personal page. I was just not really posting anything else and was feeling a little bit like this was a job, so I decided to move it to its own page, which is just Moreau Makeup. If you Google Moreau Makeup or put it into Instagram, you will find me. The look today is actually inspired by some curtains that I used to have when I was a kid. I wanted to do something like rainbows and clouds and stars, things like that, so hopefully it's going to turn out alright, and I'm going to be taking it onto the side of my head now that it's shaved right down. A couple of things just before I start on this. One of them is, if you're interested about my t-shirt, this is a band that I have been into for a while. I listened to them recently and fell in love with them all over again after a couple of years of not listening to them. Funny story, actually, it came up on my playlist on Spotify, and I had this, you know, that kind of weird deja vu of, I recognise this, what's this from? But the band didn't twig to me at all, and then I was like, what have I heard this in? What have I heard this in? I realised I heard it from my own damn record collection, so I apparently don't recognise things like that. They're a fantastic band. I feel they're highly underrated, although they have a very solid cult following. But if you like bands like the Pixies, you should listen to their forefathers, Pere Ubu, because they're fantastic, absolutely fantastic. I would recommend Final Solution or Breath if you want to start listening to them. That's a good place to start, those couple of songs. But anything really by them is absolutely fantastic. The other thing I was going to say is that I have a genetic disease that causes a lot of secondary conditions, and it causes me to retain a lot of water, and it causes my face to swell for various reasons, be it the medication that I'm on or just something that's going on with my kidneys or something else. So that's the reason why my face can sometimes be a complete blimp like it was last year at festivals, or it can be really thin like it has been recently. That's just the way it is. It does cause other areas of my body to swell, but unfortunately it's just my face most often. So that's why I look drastically different in a lot of photos and why I look drastically different in a lot of videos. It's not any kind of trickery, I'm afraid, it's just my face. To the handful of people who were very confused about why my face looks the way it does and why it fluctuates so vastly in size, that's why. So if you could overlook that, it would be much obliged. Hey, hi, a little bit closer. Always a little bit awkward to be this close to someone, but unfortunately it's kind of so you can see what I'm doing. I always feel that my hair and general casual dress sense for these things is so out of place in the beauty community, because all these beautiful people who have amazing hair and amazing faces, you know, everything is just immaculate. I'm not one of those people. I'm not beauty people. I'm an idiot with some body paints, basically. I just realized I'm gonna look like Toy Story wallpaper. Aesthetic as fuck, man. couple of birds. I have a collection of really poorly drawn birds on the side of my head. I have never ever been able to draw a bird. So they're gonna just have to be aims, I'm afraid. Okay, so I'm using eyeshadow topper, which is holographic, in order to give these clouds a quote-unquote silver lining. And it's not silver, it's glittery and it's blue. This next bit, you thankfully don't need to be quite so close to my face. I'm just going to be drawing a rainbow on my face, which everyone knows what a rainbow looks like, at least I would hope they do. And I have the color order on my wrist because in my country, growing up, we learned it differently. So this is the more commonly accepted way. It's got a few colors that we don't sing in our rainbow song, and in a different order, so. And we have a rainbow face. I'm gonna fill in this other side. Trying to make sure to blend and not get it into the red. So I'm going to take this lighter blue down the rest of the side of my face just to kind of neaten that purple a little, or indigo, violet, whatever you want to call it. However you learned the rainbow, because apparently I learned it differently to the rest of the world in my country. So okay, I'm going to set this whole thing and I will be back in a second. Add some little stars. So that's gonna be cute. I think it's cute. I've had a lot of fun creating it. I'm covered in holographic glitter and powder and everything else now, but it'll wash off. And so will this, thankfully. I'm not stuck as a rainbow for the rest of my life. I really like the little stars here, and I like the sky here, particularly. I've had a great time doing it. I've really enjoyed creating it. I hope you've had a wonderful time hanging out with me, watching me scribble on my face. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day or night, depending on where you are, and I will see you next time. Bye. Oh, my life is over. Oh, I hate myself. Oh, my life. So, I had a very full pot of stars here, which it still is, but they're all over my hand, they're all over my legs, they're all over the floor. Do you ever just look at yourself and wonder, how did I get to this point without dying in some spectacularly stupid way? My hindsight is 2020. My foresight is fucking nil and blind. I am just a straight up idiot most of the time. Good God. Purely because I was trying to open my gel, fixer gel thing, which I attach said stars with, and I had the fucking stars in my hand at the time. Of course it's going to open them and it's going to be difficult, and therefore move your hand.